Give me everything you got. No! What? I was just with the dude. He just showed, bro.
You did not move us in front of the gun.
Bro, what are you
Detroit
doing
was
here?
on trading. He messed up. It's all on him.
Bro, you just showed me how to do it. They must have killed you too.
No. That will get you killed. What he just did will get you killed. I'm just visiting. I'm not actually here with him. I'm just helping him.
Man, hell no.
What's up, guys? Omni here. You guys know how it goes. Another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today is Wednesday, December 29th. We're almost there. 2 more days before New Year's Eve. 3 more days before the next year. It's almost done. You've almost made it, okay? Seriously, I know like making it isn't like an achievement that most people think about, but man, if you think about what's been happening for the past 2-3 years, if you're alive, if you're watching this video, man, I just want to say congrats, man. Pat yourself on the back, okay? I feel like this whole thing has been this one huge Fortnite contest that we've just been trying to survive for like the past 3 years. This freaking end of the world movement going on, bro. Maybe I'm being exaggerating or something like that, but I'm just glad that you guys are here and I'm here to talk with you guys. Anyway, there's a lot of topics to talk about today. It's all over the place. A lot of things happen between Monday and Tuesday. Quick favor, if you can just do me a favor, leave a like on the video. It helps a lot. And yeah, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Just double check to see that you're subscribed. We were trying to reach 150 by the end of the year, or 350 by the end of the year, but I don't think we're going to get it. We got like 3 days left and like 8,000 subscribers to go. So it is what it is. We tried, you know, it's okay. But anyway, let's get into today's topic. Guys, before we get into today's topics, I'm happy to announce that today's video is sponsored by Established Titles. Guys, Established Titles is a project based on historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds or lords and ladies in English. They allow people like you to buy as little as 1 square feet of dedicated land so that they can call themselves a lord or a lady, and in return, they commit to planting a tree with every order to protect the beautiful, pristine woodland of Scotland. So guys, not only have I become Lord Omni, but I'm also saving the earth at the exact same time. Lord have mercy. Established Title's primary goal is to provide a fun way to help preserve the picturesque woodlands and biodiversity of Scotland while raising funds to support global afforestation efforts. They also support global charities like One Tree Planet and Trees for the Future to continue working with said afforestation cause. Established Titles makes a great gift, okay? You can bestow one for your family, you can bestow one to your friends, or you can even get a couple package where both you and someone else can share adjoining lots. It's pretty cool. And yeah, guys, Established Titles is currently having a massive holiday sale. So click the link below or go to www.establishedtitles.com/Omni and use promo code OMNI10 to save 10% extra today. And again, special thanks to Established Titles for not only making me a lord, but for also sponsoring today's video. Let me fire off a couple of need to know segments type thing for you guys, okay? Montasar Bafanda said, Kanye buying a house across the street from Kim Kardashian. I don't know if this was a cap or not, so I had to look into it, and it looks like it's actually real. You guys don't know, you know, obviously, Kanye and Kim were in a relationship. They got divorced, and now, you know, Kim is out there, you know, dating Pete Davidson, wearing Kanye's Yeezys. It's a wild life, bro. Anyway, this article reads, Kanye reportedly buys $4.5 million Hidden Hills home across the street from Kim Kardashian. So my man's literally bought a home across the street from her. What's his intentions? I don't know. But from what I understand, I think he said that he's trying to get her back. He said that God's going to bring the two back. I don't know. It's kind of creepy if you think about it, to be honest. Like if I divorce somebody and then, you know, I was dating somebody else and then my ex went ahead and bought a house across the street from me, that's kind of wild, bro. Anyway, apparently the house is only worth like $4.5 million, which is like chump change to Kanye, considering he is a billionaire. So yeah, I don't know. Did he buy it so he can live next to Kim? Did he buy it so someone else can't live next to Kim? Who knows? I guess we'll wait and see. Another quick update in case you guys didn't know. The Oranges said Myth is leaving TSM. If you guys don't know, TSM, Team Solo Mid, a very huge esports agency, recently changed into TSM FTX, which I think has something to do with cryptocurrency. But yeah, Myth is one of the OGs. He's been with TSM for a very long time. Recently, he's just been playing a bunch of shooters. I think he got popular off a shooting game. I can't remember which one it was. Fortnite. Back in the days with him and Daquan and Hamblins and them. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, as of December 27th, it's been an update. It's been a good run. He's been with them for 3 years. He's been with them for so long. It's kind of weird not seeing Myth with TSM. I feel like that's part of the whole name. In fact, that's still his Twitter name. He's going to have to get that changed. It's a little awkward. Anyway, he said, it's been a good run. Peace sign, at which TSM FTX said, thank you, Myth. We've watched you grow from a Fortnite streamer to an incredibly talented and well-rounded content creator. Thank you for everything you brought to TSM over the last 3 years. It's been a wild ride. All the best for the future. Anyway, my boy Jake Lucky, the esports guy, basically said, in the past 6 months, TSM has lost Myth, Daquan, Hamlins, Snipedown, Bjergsen, and the director of esports operations. What is happening? Followed by Ann Lena, who left for OTV, and Double Live too. So yeah, just a lot of departures from TSM. I don't know what's going on. Are they about to sell out, cash out from that FTX money? Are they going to pick up some more players? I have absolutely no idea what TSM is doing, but they're one of the biggest known, well-established OG esports teams in America. So it's kind of curious to see why they're dropping all these people. Who do they still even have on their roster? I don't even know. But yeah, guys, that's Myth leaving TSM. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Curious to see where he goes. Some people think he's going to go with Offline TV, OTV, just because he has a lot of friends there. He usually communicates with them a lot, like Pokimane and all those guys. So yeah, we'll see. Also need to know, especially in the weeb news like me, at Vexy said, Hololive is opening up auditions for the next EN Gen. So if anyone is interested, go apply. Yeah, so Hololive. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Come on, guys. Come on. You know by now. If you are a VTuber, aka an anime person, and you want to apply for Hololive, the auditions are open. It reads, the VTuber agency Hololive Production is currently holding auditions for those who have content creation experience and would like to challenge themselves as a VTuber by providing the basis for an original character to support their VTuber activities. That was a mouthful. So yeah, if you guys want to join the VTuber world, or you want to join the biggest VTuber agency in the world, here's your chance right now. You can go ahead and apply. I would, but unfortunately, I still do not have a VTuber model, so still waiting for someone to do that for me. So yeah, guys, wrapping up the Needs to Know segment with some unfortunate news. Captain said John Madden has died. You probably heard about this. This is probably the big thing that happened yesterday that was kind of trending all over Twitter. If you guys don't know, John Madden, man. Jeez, what's not to know about this guy? You probably know him from his Madden series when it comes to video games, but if you don't know him from the Madden series and the video games, from all the Madden games that he's made, prior to that, he was a football player. I don't think he actually did NFL. I think he had a knee injury or something that prevented him from doing that. I learned that a long time ago. And then, yeah, he became a coach. I forgot what team he coached. I think it was either Dallas or the Raiders or something like that. But then became a broadcaster. He became a commentary, basically. He's one of the most popular, most iconic people out there to actually do it, man. Like, you hear this man's voice and you know exactly who is talking. It's John Madden. NFL, aka the National Football League, left this message and said, earlier today we received the sad news that great John Madden died unexpectedly this morning. He was 85. So it was unexpected. It doesn't seem like he had complications. It just happened. I mean, he was 85. He's an old dude. He lived a really long life. I'm glad that he was able to live a long life. But yeah, it wasn't, no one saw it coming. Quote, on behalf of the entire NFL family, we extend our condolences to Virginia, Mike, Joe, and their families, said NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. We all know him as the Hall of Fame coach of the Oakland Raiders. I was right. And broadcaster who worked for every major network. But more than anything, he was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather. Nobody loved football more than Coach. He was football. He was an incredible sounding board to me and so many others. There will never be another John Madden, and we will forever be indebted to him for all he did to make football and the NFL what it is today. Memorial service information will be announced when available. So yeah, rest in peace to the legend, man. It's wild how iconic this man was for football, man. Like, when you hear this man's voice, you literally hear football. Like, there's no other broadcaster that is on his level. There's no other voice on his level where you hear a voice and you hear football. That's just how monumentally and how big he was. So rest in peace to the legend, man. So this one's actually pretty huge, guys. This one happened a couple days as well, December 27th. It said here, Riot Games, from my boy Andy, is paying $100 million in a settlement suit. I didn't even know that Riot Games was in a settlement suit when it came to women and the employees and discrimination. But that is basically what is happening here. If you go to the original tweet, it reads, breaking news. Riot Games settles the 2018 California gender discrimination suit for $100 million. $80 million will go to women employees and contractors at Riot who worked there between 2014 and now. Good Lord. Oh my God. How much money are they paying out to the women there? I'm glad they get their paycheck, especially with this discrimination, but good. That's a lot of freaking money. I mean, it's Riot, it's Tencent, that's like chump change to them, but it seems like they're doing more than Activision. But still, at the same case, we would prefer these things not to happen in the first place, right? Anyway, it's a Washington Post article. I have to be subscribed to watch it. So I was just going to read some of the tweets that this person was making here as well, which seems credible. Hopefully, it's Twitter. Shannon said, originally, Riot agreed to sell the suit in 2019 for $10 million, but California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing intervened, arguing that victims should be entitled to $400 million. Good God. So originally Riot was going to drop the whole thing to $10 million. Then they were saying, hey, we need to go to $400 million. And now they found an agreement somewhere at $100 million. Good Lord. Quote, this is a great day for the women of Riot Games and for women at all video game and tech companies who deserve a workplace that is free of harassment and discrimination, said plaintiffs counsel and employment and sexual harassment lawyer Jeannie Harrison. Continuing in a Monday email to Riot employees that was obtained by Washington Post, executive said, quote, we want to acknowledge that the timing of this announcement isn't ideal. The final details of this agreement came together quickly, and we wanted you to hear about it from us directly. Quote, this historic agreement reflects California's commitment to strategic and effective government enforcement of the state's robust equal pay, anti-discrimination, and anti-harassment laws, said California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing Director Kevin Kish. So it's interesting, right? Because we've seen a similar situation like this with Activision Blizzard, except Activision Blizzard got caught with their pants down. They literally had people like posing in pictures and freaking penthouses, bars and alliteration, by the way. And yeah, they were basically having all of this sexual harassment, all these suits, all these claims. Like they just got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. But I don't know if that evidence exists with Riot Games. I don't know if this payout is to hide some of that evidence. I don't know specifically what happened with Riot Games, but if times were as similar as they were, and my guess is that they were with Activision Blizzard, there were definitely probably things going down, probably lots of discrimination. I mean, if you're not doing the discrimination, man, then you're not paying, you know, $400 million, $100 million in a lawsuit, right? So something went down. But that settlement means that everything is going to get dropped in terms of everything that was, I guess, presented in the case. And yeah, that's Riot Games. Let me know how you guys feel about this whole situation. It sucks. But also, I'm glad that people are getting paid out for the unfair laws. And again, I think we're entering a new age of gaming where companies are afraid to discriminate and harass women, which is a-okay to me. That is exactly how they should feel. That they should feel like there will be some serious repercussions if they decide to discriminate or you know, harass women. We can't make people feel safe doing these things, and if they have to pay out a large amount of money, I mean, that's the bare minimum, but you know, hopefully we achieve that they just don't do it at all. So Omni Soap said, you got blocked by Thorin. Here's some of his tweets which are getting backlash. So if you guys don't know, something happened with Thorin. There's this dude named Thorin. I don't know who he is. All I know is that he was trending all day yesterday for some tweets that he made against women. I'm not specific. We're going to find out what it is. But when I went to go check what was going on, when I saw all these people posting their tweets about Thorin, everyone was complaining because they were blocked. They were like, what the heck? I never met this dude. They were blocked. It was blocked. I was like, okay, well, I've never heard this guy. There's no way that he would be blocking me, right? Wrong. I went to this man's Twitter and I was blocked. I don't think I've had a single interaction with this man at all. So yeah. So the picture attached to this, let me see what I'm reading here. Thorin said, ESL, since men are so bad and toxic, we made a league only for women. Not because women can't compete with men right now. Similar seems disingenuous to make it about toxicity when that's not the context of why you're hosting this competitive circuit. Continuing, women in esports, boo-hoo. Poor white man feels oppressed. You that mad that women get to play in a tournament? You get no pussy. Thorin said, don't dismiss an opinion from an industry veteran with connections and relationships with women for countless years. What is up with this, like, tweet structure? Like he's literally like, you know, quote retweeting himself in his own tweet. Going back to the top right, it says, women in esports. If you're not a woman, you can't have an opinion on this. Besides, you're an effing white male. You must hate women so much you are saying you don't want women in esports. And then replying, feminism, ha. Feminism. Thorin, block me, Buzzy. Like your mother, the whore. Oh my gosh, she blocked me. What is going on? Yo, is this man's having a meltdown? What is up with these tweets, dog? He blocked me just for being a woman and disagreeing with them! ! I'm sorry. I've never met this person, but To me, this seems like a person who's going through a midlife crisis or an absolute Twitter breakdown. Or if this is this man's entire personality, then I am glad that I have been blocked from his content, because this is wild. Like, imagine the mindset that you have. Imagine how you think about yourself in the world and life when this is how you're communicating to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so, it's strange, right? You can just talk. You can just tweet. You know, you can just say what you need to say, but the theatrics here is kind of wild. Anyway, continuing. Wonder why only cynical marketers and future sex offender male feminists want to help you gals, and you can't seem to get the most talented and prolific individuals in this industry to engage with you or initiatives? ? Dang. Oh my God. What is he saying? He literally said only future sex offender male feminists want to help women. Joe, bro, man, he got that insight. He got that future insight. He might have the power of insight and seeing into the future, because he knew to ban me because he knew that I'd eventually be coming to talk about this story. And then he finishes and says, tell you what, you do the cute thing where you tell me to get out of the industry I built and still rest on my effing shoulders. And exclamation marks, I am esports. Be gone, peon. This man Thorin needs to change his name to Thanos, because that's some like evil villain type quotes there. I am esports. Didn't Thanos say something just like that? He said, I am inevitable. Wow, bro. This is wow. Part of me is like cringing, right? This is very cringe for someone to speak these words unironically and to talk to people like this, using the words, peon, saying that I am esports. It's saying that you are esports, literally all of esports, saying that you are that, and that is all on your shoulders, self-proclaimed. It's a lot to take in, right? But what I would like to do is understand his point. Like, I don't get it, is what's happening. The way that he's communicating, it's making it very difficult for me to understand exactly what he's arguing, because it seems so, what's the term? There's a lot of ad hominems. He's saying words like boo-hoo and be gone, peon. Like, I'm having a hard time understanding the point that he is trying to make through these sequence events of text. It seems like it's all over the place. It seems like an episode, but yeah. So yeah, guys, when you just type in Thorin on Twitter, I just want to see some of the top tweets were, like what people were saying in general. And yeah, the first thing I see here is this person saying, hey guys, welcome to the top 10 career suicides of all time. Number 1, Thorin. Thanks for watching. It's the exact same trend and thread that we just got finished reading. This person, Son, just said, I guess Thorin won't have to worry about women in esports if he just ends up blocking all of them. LMAO. This tweet was kind of funny. It said, the new Thorin take just dropped. You got your boy with the headphones on listening to some trash, man. So yeah, guys, I found this article that I think summarizes everything up, because I was just trying to figure out, like, why is he doing this? Like, what's going on? I remember hearing something about an all-women's league that's coming to esports, and maybe this is what procked it. So let me just try to get more information for you guys and figure out what is going on so that I can, be intelligent enough to reply to it, because right now I'm still a little bit ignorant about the situation. I'm just very confused about the information that's been presented to me. It reads, Thorin gets mad about inclusivity, declares that he is esports. ESL announced an all-women tournament to create a more welcoming environment with more opportunities. Thorin took the news personally. He said, and I took that personally. It's a very short article. It reads, gaming isn't the most welcoming place for women, and esports can be even less friendly. It's a notoriously hard scene for women to get into, let alone climb. But last week, ESL announced a new tournament exclusively for women with a prize pool of $50,000, outraging grown men everywhere. Duncan Thorin Shields, the self-described esports historian, jumped to Twitter to voice his still ongoing outrage, which finally bubbled over when he declared that he is esports, and he's been arguing online and quote tweets and replies for hours since. Continuing, skipping the parts where we basically talk about what Thorin already said the reason for an all-women tournament is unfortunately because women report toxicity, harassment, and abuse from other players in the esports scene all too regularly. It's all because of how many struggle to get into and climb the ranks of esports. An all-women environment is more welcoming and provide the opportunities that are often not afforded to women, but Thorin believes to be counterintuitive to an inclusivity push because it excludes men, but that argument ignores the abuse that women women often face in the industry. Okay, so Thorin is essentially trying to say that having an all women's tournament is backwards to inclusivity, and he is basically, instead of just trying to make a logical statement about it, it sounds like he's just going ham about it. Like it sounds like he could be communicating this thing in an intelligent way, saying like from a POV, hey guys, is this really going to be inclusive for women? Because men aren't in it, so they're not competing against each other, so, you know, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just trying to find out why Thorin just couldn't communicate it like a normal person. Instead, he had to communicate it like an evil villain. Alexa, a Team Liquid player, said, quote, the number of times I've seen women getting harassed by teammates simply because they're a girl is horrifying. Action taken against them for expressing hate and sexism is slim to none. Yeah, then my girl Pokimane, she subtweeted his ass and said, it's about to be 2022 and people are still mad about women and gaming, in which everyone knew that she was referring to Thorin. So guys, in my opinion, right, in this entire situation, it's like whatever you believe or not, number one, bro, at least just talk like a normal person, right? At least attempt to have a civil discussion, at least in my opinion. Maybe he did and he got blasted on Twitter or something like that. But from an outsider coming in and just seeing all of these tweets plastered on there, it's not a good look. People basically said it's killed his career. I never knew who he was, but I assumed that maybe he did have a career to kill. I don't know. I'm coming from this place kind of blank. I have nothing against the dude Thorin, okay? I don't know who he is. I don't hate him. It's just kind of weird. It seemed like a strange, evil, bad guy episode that was going on, man. But one thing that I think we can all agree on is when it comes to women and in gaming and in esports, the opportunities aren't there, man. And they are getting harassed nonstop, daily, bro. They're a minority. They're the minimum, man. If you're a girl and you go and you play Valorant or you play as anything, anywhere, any video game, you're going to have a bunch of little Timmies and Tommies and grown men as well with neckbeards basically being like, oh, is that a woman? Oh, no. And, you know, basically kind of making those statements as well. Like it's, if you are a guy playing any of these games, no one's going to call you out unless you're just garbage or a scrub, right? You're not getting discriminated against. The only thing you're getting discriminated against is that you suck, which is what it should be when it comes to competition. Not your gender, not your race, not any of that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the all women's tournament, I'm all about it. Give them more opportunities. Give chances for women to come in and participate and feel comfortable. Okay, we gotta. This ain't even playing field. Okay, you got men and you got the women. It's not an even playing field right now. To even the playing field, we need to give incentives. We need to promote women in gaming more. We need to protect them a little bit more because it's not even. People, when they talk about equalness, they never think about the idea that you can't treat somebody equal and just give everyone the same rules where you're not already at the same starting line, okay? If men have a starting lap on most women when it comes to this thing, and you say, hey, let's treat everyone the same, it's still not equal. I don't think people get that. I am all about everyone receiving the exact same treatment, but we can only do that when everyone's on the starting line, okay? We're not at that point. It's completely true. We know that for a fact. It's not equal and it's not even, so you can't just start bringing out rules that assume that it's that. So anyway, that's the situation with Thorin and everyone clowning him and everyone saying that his career's going down. Dude is wild for his tweets. That's the only thing that I can say. Let me know how you guys feel about the situation and the subject. And Thorin, do you agree? Do you disagree? And how do you feel about Thorin's evil villain arc? I don't know if he's always been an evil villain or is just now coming to light, but yeah, that's Thorin. So Electrician, and a lot of you guys wanted to talk about this. This is about Logan Paul. And everybody was getting big baby rage mad about the situation. It only happened about a day or two ago. He said people got mad because Logan Paul make a Game Boy Color frame. Okay, the English aside, there's this tweet here done by Logan Paul where he tweeted and he said, first epoxy resin project, Game Boy colors and mental Pokemon frame made for a nice little tabletop. And yeah, it's Logan Paul essentially making a Game Boy station. In case you missed it, I'll play it again just in case you missed it on bigger. But yeah, and I'm not gonna play the music just because there's a lot of I think it's just copyright music. It's a TikTok. Anyway, he's going in, he's dipping up all of these Game Boys, every single version of the Game Boy. I don't know if these are all the versions or some of the versions, but yeah, he's doing this cool DIY project with Resin. Resin, I guess, is something that basically encompasses the entire Game Boy stuff so that it doesn't decay, you know, kind of like those fossils is what I imagine. And yeah, I'm looking at this and it looks pretty cool to me. Like, I'm looking at this and this looks pretty cool to me. And looking at him and seeing his glasses and his smile, he seems like he's having a good time and he's enjoying his best life. This is, so far, I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow. That's pretty freaking cool. But I look at this, I think of like an archive or a history. Like if you go to a museum and there was like a video game museum or something like that, where people put up like systems or games or whatever, this seems like something that would go in said museum. Yeah, you're not there to play the games, it's just there for showcase, to preserve it for history for all and all time. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Twitter, and with it being Twitter and it also being Logan Paul, it pissed off a lot of people. A lot of people came in and was basically like, Logan Paul, how dare you do this to these Game Boy colors, you filthy rich man? How dare you? Those parts, was it, at least make sure that they were broken. Those parts need to be used so other people can play the Game Boy colors, you know, and that's what a lot of people were saying. So because some time has passed, all of the quote retweets and replies that were at the top, initially people were bombing Logan Paul. A whole bunch of people were just going ham and saying, how freaking dare you? But as time has gone by, it looks like a lot of people have basically come to the senses and moved up in the replies and quote retweets to being like, why are you hating on Logan Paul? Literally, you have a million reasons to hate on Logan Paul, and like this is literally not one of those things. This reply here says, this thread is a perfect example of whatever you do in life, there will always be people that hate you for it, so just do it. I don't know if that's that's the mantra. You should there are some things you should not do, like murder and kill and steal, obviously, nuance. Anyway, people aren't just mad to be mad though. There are legitimate criticisms. Your sentence here just means that you don't want people critiquing anything ever. With the clown emoji, not looking too good with the clown emoji profile picture. Anyway, going more into this conversation here, this person said, the only criticism I seen is, quote, people could have enjoyed those, but you can buy some on eBay for $30 like he did, or get custom made ones that emulate those games on Etsy. You can even emulate them on your phone and PC, so this criticism is pretty dog crap. Which this person replied, destroying a bunch of old electronics needlessly so you can occasionally look at them on your wall is bad. Like, okay, come on, guys. Let's be freaking real, okay? No one cares. To be honest, let's be completely freaking honest. No one truly cares about 15 Game Boy colors. And if more people in this thread have raged about 15 Game Boy colors than the most tragic events happening around the world, okay? The rage for this thing is absolutely obscene, bro. Number one, my man's, stay out of his pockets. He bought this. It's his ownership. He can do whatever he wants with it. Once you buy something, I can do whatever the hell I want with it. It's none of your business, okay? Because I own it, and what I do with it as an owner is on me. As long as I'm not hurting anybody else, which I don't see him hurting anybody else, then there's nothing wrong with it. The idea that this man bought a $30 Game Boy colors that are highly available, by the way. It's not like they're rare. It's not like it's like impossible to grab these things. And then for them to complain about it at this level, man, this man put like $200 worth of supplies in this freaking Game Boy Color case and people were complaining about it. It's kind of weird, in my opinion. Very weird. Reading more into the replies, this guy, Tim Dillon, said, this is awesome. I'm doing with the pack of cigarettes. NMP, Nick Pollum said, oh my God, I just read the comments. I cannot believe people are upset about this. Life must be too easy if this upsets you. My boy Seth Everman said, don't even care. This looks amazing and I love it. In which this guy replied and said, that unfollow button looking real tempting with this take, bro. Like, come on, man. How do I put this? You know what? If you want to have the take that what Logan Paul is doing is bad, fine. That's completely fine. You want to have that take, that's fine. But is it worth unfollowing somebody that you might have already been following just because they like what he was doing? Like, is this the hill that you want to die on? Okay, there's a lot of hills and stances that we can die on. And the hill that you want to die on is saying, you know what, man? I loved your content for all these days. I supported you, but this is where I draw the line. I draw the line at the point where you support Logan Paul making a resin of Game Boy colors. Like, it's so petty, bro. And this is the energy that I'm receiving from this is that everyone's being petty, dog. Like, it's petty. This tweet reads here, effing hell. You could have only used all custom shells and button replacements without any electronics in them and done that. But destroying the hardware is just so wrong on so many freaking levels. I mean, the chance of some surviving isn't 0%, but it isn't close to 100% either. In which this person replied, oh no, what a tragedy. Your life is ruined and you have been paralyzed from the waist down because of this unforgivable crime. trust and believe. Every single person in here who's complaining about Logan Paul and the waste or whatever you want to call it with this Game Boy Color thing has probably had an impact infinitely times more than this little science project of his. Okay, people like to come from this holier than thou position where they are better than you on the internet, or that they are doing better things than you, or you are doing worse than them. And I guarantee you, there are a lot of people in this thread who are extremely, very, very wasteful, but because they're not making, tweets or TikToks of their projects that people would feel the same way with, if not worse, then they're not on the podium. This is the last tweet that I'm going to read about this. This person said, "Very nice. I recently did the same thing with my old GI Joes," and person turned all his GI Joes and put it in some resin, in which this person said, "That's sick, but aren't they actually limited collectibles on like the Game Boy Color?" So yeah, basically guys, like, it's stay out of people's pockets. He ain't hurting nobody. He ain't hurting nobody. Independent project, spent a couple $100s for some Game Boys on eBay, which everyone can do, and it made a cool little science preservation history project. Maybe his point was that he wanted to create something that would be a relic that can exist of all times. And if you think about that, that in itself has value. But it's his business, it's his money, and he ain't hurting nobody. So why is everyone so butthurt, dog? Listen, if you're watching this video and you literally hate Logan Paul for what he did here, okay? I'm just trying to say he's done much worse, okay? This ain't nothing, okay? This is elementary, my dear Watson, okay? This is truly not a big deal. When people just zoom out for a little bit and stop trying to just hate people for the sake of hating, you realize this is so minuscule in the grand scheme of things. There's no reason why this should have gotten so much hate traction, but it is Logan Paul, and therefore him doing things will easily be criticized. And then if you can find enough justified reasons, then yeah, you can create a hate train for it. But it looks like the hate train has been in reverse. And the majority of the people on the internet believe that everyone's just being big baby rage mad for over something that's really small and stupid and silly. And some people actually think it's pretty cool. In my opinion, I like it. I think it's cool. Glad Logan Paul is enjoying projects and enjoying his life and just doing his thing and not being problematic and not hurting people. Okay, he's and I'm going to stay out of his pockets, man. He paid for it. I believe in that kind of concept when it comes to ownership. If you spend something, you do what the hell you want with it. That's how I feel about it. Let me know how you guys feel. If you are on the side of Logan Paul and you don't like my take, and because you don't like my take you want to unfollow me, man, just know I ain't trying to come at you like that. I just truly don't think it's that serious that you would just literally hate a person or unfollow and unlike someone else who likes said thing, especially in the grand scheme of things that we talk about on this channel. You guys know it can get really, really bad. All right, fellas, this is the big chunky wungy of the day. Knack556 said, Sssniperwolf ghosting a sick fan. All right. Heard bits and pieces about this chain. It involves Keemstar, so it's very convoluted, as you guys must know. But regardless of who it involves, I just want to figure out what exactly happened. There appears to be two sides to the story here. Apparently, Sssniperwolf, if you guys don't know her, she is one of the biggest YouTubers at the moment. She does reaction videos. Prior to that, I think a long time ago, she used to do like gaming videos, but then she started doing reaction videos and she blew up. Like, I've talked about her before in the past. This girl gets insane views, couple of million per day based off her reacting on videos. She's making crazy bank. I think there's some video out there with her house, mansion or something that's huge. She's just extremely successful and one of the biggest YouTubers who is doing it. Anyway, this tweet by Keemstar said, Sniperwolf exposed. She ghosted a 10-year-old dying of cancer. Bro, jeez. Okay, that's a huge claim. That's a sentence. Let me see what Keemstar has to say.
I am so disgusted and appalled and heated right now. All right, we're talking about Sssniperwolf. She's been in this community for a long time. She used to be a Call of Duty YouTuber. We've known her for a decade. She's always been a piece of shit. All right. But over the last couple years, she grew an empire on YouTube, being a reaction channel. And a lot of kids like her and look up to her and fans of her. Adam22 from the No Jumper podcast hit me up a couple days ago, about a week ago, saying, hey, can you get me in contact with Sssniperwolf? There's this girl, she's 10 years old, she's dying of cancer. Her dream and her wish is to meet Sssniperwolf. And I told Adam22 right out, Leah, aka Sexy Sniper, aka Sniperwolf, is a piece of shit. Good luck with that. Anyhow, Adam, trying to make this 10-year-old's dreams come true, gets a hold of Sexy Sniperwolf, or Sssniperwolf, and she agrees to talk to the kid dying of cancer. She set it up with her mom. I got the text conversations, so they have a date to do it, right?
Okay.
Sniperwolf blows it off. Completely blows it off. She's posted on Instagram that she's out to dinner, all right? She's out partying and living it up, and this 10-year-old is literally dying right now, surrounded by friends and family, dying right now. Sniperwolf just blew this entire thing. She had a scheduled time to FaceTime her, and she just didn't do it.
Dang.
So Adam22 hits me up and he's like, Keem, you're right. She's a piece of shit. The kid's dying right now. I don't know what to do. I just saw the goddamn text messages between Sssniperwolf and the mom making a date of when to do this and a time when to do this, and she just blew it off. Like, you have to be a certain piece of shit to fucking do this. Like, you are such a scumbag. If you see this at all, make the FaceTime call right now, because the kid is literally dying right now.
Dang. Keemstar with that visceral energy. He's definitely extremely mad about the situation, which I can understand his anger if this was completely true. I need to look into this, because from what I understand, Leah, Sssniperwolf, she has her own side of the statement as well. But like, if that's how it played out, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. But let's not jump to any conclusions yet. Let's keep going forward. Looking further into the tweets, you guys can see here what Keem says, scumbag. It's Leah, Sniperwolf banned him on Twitter. Then Keemstar says 39 minutes ago from when he made the tweet. It's an Instagram post here with her what is this? Sniperwolf story. And yeah, she's eating dessert. Hashtag kid me. I don't know where she is, but I guess she's eating somewhere. Next tweet says update, and it's a, what is this? Instagram Sniperwolf. What's going on? Sniperwolf is basically saying, you mentioned Sniperwolf in your story, and she said, hey, no need to be rude. I said I would do it. It's Christmas and my family is visiting from out of town. We are good, is what someone else said. And then it says, you've blocked this account. I'm not 100% certain. Is this between her and Keemstar? I'm not 100% certain, but yeah. Next tweet in the trail. And by the way, Leah has a side as well, which we're going to get to as well, so that we can have all sides of the story. So let me ask you a question. How long does it take to do a FaceTime with a fan? 5 minutes, right? This woman is evil, and it's a picture that says, I told her multiple times I would love to video chat her daughter, but we couldn't find a time that worked. My family is visiting and got sick, so I haven't had time. This was as of December 28th. So this is her on Twitter responding to Keemstar and her reply to the situation. I guess Keemstar is saying like, hey, instead of replying to me, you can be talking to the girl. More receipts. It's a Instagram conversation between, I believe, her and the girl or the mom. Let me see. It says, hello, we'll love to send her a video message or to chat with her. So I think this is the mom of the girl who is sick. She said, oh my gosh, hi. Oh my gosh, she would love to talk to you however we can. Thank you. In which Sniperwolf says, hi, we'll love to tomorrow if that's okay. Then she says, if it doesn't disrupt your Christmas, yes, please. And then she says, sure, if not tomorrow, then Sunday. And he said, okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Just message us when you're ready. Then it says Saturday, hi, please don't post messages. I don't usually do this. I don't want other people to spam me to video message. Thanks. And when she says, okay, I'm so sorry. I deleted it. Didn't know. I'm sorry. And then which she said, hey, sorry, didn't have time today. I'll let you know tomorrow. Merry Christmas. Okay, so that one's the that's the one I think that maybe turned off a lot of people. Like, geez. If I find out that somebody is terminally ill and they're dying, and I don't know, they could be dying at any moment or something like that, and I say, hey, I agree, want to talk with them, I think I would probably make that urgent and make that very priority, specifically because this is a matter of urgency and time. And especially if I agree with it as well, it's got to move up to the top of the list, okay? Because we're fighting against time here. So it looks like she's saying that she didn't have time here today and that she'll let them know tomorrow, which is not even saying letting them know if that I will do it, just letting you know if it even will happen, which is I believe this is the whole ghosting part. Anyway, she's still fine. She said, perfect, just let us know. And then she replied and said, hello, let us know if today works. If not, tomorrow's good, but can we maybe set up a specific time? In which she said, hello, I can in like 2 hours if that works. She said, that is 11 p.m. over on our side. We live in Massachusetts. Kara most likely will not be awake. But she said, oh, okay, hopefully tomorrow, does any time during the day work? Yeah, so everything civil. It just seems like, time constraints. There's nothing going on between these two except for just the time constraints, but Okay, that's what's going on so far. Just keep me in the loop. And then when she says, hey, Kira is up. I don't know if you're around. And when she said, hey, sorry, won't be home for another 2 hours. Might be too late. We can keep trying, but my day's usually very busy. All right, that's rough. Okay, that's rough because first time, yeah, maybe miscommunication. The second time she reached out, but she was sleeping. But for it to be off schedule this many times in this specific situation, this is not like a business meeting. This isn't like, something that you chat to talk about money or sponsors or nothing like that. This is somebody who's dying, literally racing against time, and that you agreed to talk with. You gotta close your schedule. Whatever you're busy with most likely isn't important enough to overcapture this person who has a little bit of time left on this earth, right? So anyway, it looks like the mom replied and she was upset. She said, my daughter looks up to you. She loves you, watched you her whole cancer treatment the past year. It would have been nice for you to just say hi. It's okay. She's dying and literally has days to live. I just tried to make my daughter's last wishes happen. You shouldn't have even reached out because then I could have just told Kiara we tried. I told you messaged. I told her you wanted to say hi and instead you blew off a dying 10-year-old girl for days. It's all good. So the mom is just like, you know what? I'm done. Okay. For some reason, I'm just trying to make my daughter's last final days nice, and she's your biggest hero and you agreed to it and you just keep blowing this off. And blowing this off is not as like blowing off a date or blowing off a friendship thing or going out to the movies. Okay, blowing this off is literally terrible in every aspect because of the race about time concept. All right, guys, we have a few more tweets from Keemstar, and then we're going to go to Leah and see what she has to say. Okay, right now, not looking too good, and her obviously the mom being completely upset about this situation makes everything look even worse. But yeah. Anyway, Keemstar said she didn't show the full chat, but I did, and it says after all these years, you're still a POS. I was trying to set up time to video chat, but there was an issue with the time difference, so we rescheduled, and the mother is trying to expose me now? Question marks. Here is the chat. Continuing, now she's going to call the fan dying of cancer, only now after we called her out. And it's a picture that says, why? Because she committed herself to it and she should honor it. Imagine if John Cena couldn't be bothered to go do a Make-A-Wish one day. And when she says, are you dumb? I said I'm doing it, so I'm doing it. I never ghosted. I was trying to find a time that worked and she blocked me. And then Keemstar said, correct me if I'm wrong, but Sssniperwolf just spent like 45 minutes defending herself instead of spending 5 minutes calling the 10-year-old fan dying of cancer before she passes away. Hashtag Sssniperwolf exposed. And then finally, the last tweet from Keemstar saying, girl don't have 5 minutes to talk to a cancer kid, but is replying on every mention. And then also saying here, if you're so busy, why are you on Twitter crying over Keem's vid? LOL. So yeah, guys, when you come to Sssniperwolf's actual Twitter, this is what she posted in her response and explanation to everything as of 9:30 last night. She said, I was trying to schedule time to talk to her because originally when I tried to talk, there was a time zone difference and Kira was asleep. So I told her we can try again the next day because I keep my promises. When I tried to reschedule a time that could work for Kira, I got blocked by the mother. I did not ghost or ignore the child. I kept trying to do it. People saying you could have taken 5 minutes to do it. I wanted to give her more than 5 minutes, which is why I asked to schedule a time, which I think is fine, which I think is fair. I just, looks like they never actually scheduled an actual time, but yeah, I can see her saying like, I would like to schedule a time so I can talk to her for a longer period of time. But I mean, to me, from what it seemed like, the priority wasn't 100% there. Like it's, someone's dying. So I feel like the priority of this person has got to go up to the top of your list, especially once you agree. Once you commit and agree, then it needs to go to the top, right? It's got to be like, when do you need me to be available? And then that's when you become available and you do that ASAP, like ASAP. Everything else gets pushed to the side just for a little bit if you accept it. That's just how I feel. Continuing, people are saying I horribly ignored this, which is absolutely not what happened. I've also spoken to Kira privately now and as well. That's good. Okay, she finally talked to her. And I did everything I can to get in contact again. And I have sent her a video message and spent a few hours talking to her. She's saying before any backlash or drama. So and she said, I never stopped trying. So she's saying, this is now conflicting. She's saying that she did all of this before the backlash, before Keemstar, before the drama. But Keemstar is saying that she only did it after. And I don't really know how to verify that time gap. And finally, you have here, I don't know what platform this is, Instagram or something. She said, hi, Kira. And then Kira says, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You made my dream come true. I love you so much. I'm gonna make a video. And when she says, love you, I sent your mom a video. Did you see it? And she said, yep. As soon as you post, I'ma watch it. In which she said, thank you. That's so wholesome. And then Leah followed up and said, too bad Keemstar was too much of a POS to contact her mom and ask for an update before twisting the story, didn't even have the decency to post her GoFundMe in his video or mention Kiara by name. Anyway, if you go to the replies, it's her getting absolutely roasted. One of the ones that I saw that wasn't just absolutely just someone just trying to destroy her was this, saying, "I'll keep it a stack with you. When it comes to terminally ill people, they can go at any moment. Sooner is always better than later. Yes, you might be busy, but you said yes. If I was in your position and someone wanted me as their final wish, I'd drop everything for them." That's where I am. That's how I feel. Like when it comes to the timing issues and thing, once I agree to say, hey, I'm going to meet with somebody who has only a couple days left, if that, they can go any moment, they gots to go to the priority. That's what I've been saying. They have to go to the top because time, you're racing against time. So every time the time does not work, it's because it's got to be on me, right? We got to say, hey, what time works for you best? And then I just open up my slot and we do it. That's just how it works when you accept it. So it seems like she's basically suggesting that she had, time arrangements. She had some family. She had some Christmas things going on. They were looking for time, pushing it further and further in days. And the gravity of that situation is not, dismissible. It's not something that's like, oh, we'll just reschedule for tomorrow. Oh, we'll just reschedule tomorrow. Oh man, we're having a hard time. Like this is way more dire. This has got to be done with much more urgency. And then John said, "I'm glad in the end you did it, but you have to realize someone wanting to speak to you as a dying wish is an honor, not a chore or a job or something that you have to fit into a schedule. Life can wait for you, not for someone who's dying." I 10,000% agree with this person saying it. And this is probably one of the only few people that I've seen in the tweets that's not like dragging her for the sake of dragging her and just literally just, talking common sense. So yeah, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to go back to Keemstar because one of my concerns with this whole situation is the timing, right? There's a contradiction in Phoenix Wright terms. Sssniperwolf is saying that none of this backlash, prompted her to secure this meeting with the girl. Whereas Keemstar is saying that she only responded because of said backlash, right? Like if Keemstar, made this story up and did this after the fact, then yeah, it looks kind of sus. But Leah is saying one thing and Keemstar is saying the other. So I'm just trying to understand the timing. And I think this might answer it at least from Keemstar's POV. And he said, number one, only reason Sssniperwolf sent the video 72 hours late was because Keemstar told Twitter about her ghosting the terminally ill fan. And number two, Sssniperwolf hasn't taken any accountability at all for her actions. She is spinning narratives like she's innocent. We won't forget this. And the last tweet came from Tweetstar where he did a quote or two where he said, "This doesn't explain why the mom blocked you though. Why that happened? Was she going off Keem's post?" And then Keem said, "Exactly. The mother blocked Sssniperwolf before I even knew about the story. If you haven't figured it out yet, Sssniperwolf is flat out lying, caught in 4K, and she's going to continue to lie. I'm so mad I may just interview the mother. I'm sick of y'all being lied to." So, okay, that seems to be the full story and the full 411, guys, in my opinion, okay? I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, okay? I'm gonna be absolutely frank, okay? A girl is dying, and this is turning into a Twitter hate thing, and I don't really feel good about it. I don't really feel good about it at all. What Keemstar is claiming what Sssniperwolf is doing, she did. Yeah, it's wrong. It's rough. It's one of those situations where if you just messed up, just say sorry, should have made more time, but she got it done, and then we kind of move on, right? It's like it doesn't have to turn into this huge big fiasco, but for me, it feels really weird that the entire situation about this girl who is passing away is turning into drama, and turning into this huge scandal. I don't feel good about it. It's the truth. It's literally happening. Like I can't say that this isn't news. Like Keemstar going off on Sssniperwolf, and if he didn't, I guess, turn off and go off on her, then maybe this girl wouldn't have gotten a response, or maybe she would have passed away before Leah would have done it. I don't know. It sounds like she got blocked by the mother beforehand. So one could say that if Keemstar didn't step in and make all of this drama, and Adam 22, they didn't step up, then then the girl never would have gotten her wish, potentially. Or maybe if Keemstar didn't say nothing, eventually Leah would have, done something, and eventually they would have reached out. I don't know how, after she would have gotten blocked. So long and short of it is that it sucks that the way things played out. I'm not trying to paint anyone as enemy number one, okay? I'm not saying like, hey, screw Sssniperwolf, or hey, screw Keemstar, or where's the truth, or none of that. To me, Kiara is passing away, and the focus should be on making her last days as happy and bright as possible. And I'm very, very glad that Leah was able to actually talk to her and in my opinion, how I feel about this, the only person that I really care about in the situation, this story, is her. I hope that the last couple of days that she has is some of her best, and I'm just saddened by that, and I don't have energy or visceral anger or any kind of disappointment towards anyone else in this situation, in this story. Okay, I'm not going to bandwagon or hate either Keemstar or Leah for any reason, just because I think the focus should be on the girl, and I think at this point that she's gotten what she needed, we squash it and we move forward. Yeah, maybe Leah is trying to save her ass, and maybe she is lying. Who knows? I don't know. To be frank, I don't care, because that's not where my priorities are. But that's not me trying to be like, you shouldn't care. That's not me trying to say what Keemstar is doing is wrong. I'm not trying to make it seem like that my stance is somehow, you know, the better take or the holier than thou. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know that that's just how I feel, where it's just like, that's where my heart is, and that's how I feel about the situation. And I just hope everything just kind of blows off, because it's taken away from the real thing that's happening here, in my opinion. So yeah, guys, let me know how you guys feel about the whole situation between Keemstar, Leah, and the terminally ill child Kira, and those are my thoughts. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. I think this one's going to be a big chunky wungy. Yeah, I hope you guys stayed to the end, and if you did, can you just, you know, reminder, if you didn't do so in the beginning of the video, just drop a like. It lets me know. It's just an attendance record. It lets me know that you made it all the way to the end of the video, because if you make it to all the way to the end of the video, it means that I did a good job making the video, and if you didn't make it to the end of the video, that means I suck and I need to do better. So subscribe if you guys haven't already, man. I'll probably see you this Friday for the last video. Okay, so make sure you guys come. The last video of the year. Hopefully there's enough news that goes in, but if not, we'll figure something out. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Stay safe out in them streets, because them streets ain't safe. Be good. Take care of your health, all right? And I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.